Let's start with the second part of the drama, The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. At the end of the first part, I spoke about the 7 scenes and I explained to you the 7th scene, and now we are to another important part of the drama, which is thematic aspects. I always tell my children thematic aspects in each and every lesson because they are very important. Even in your questions, you need to know the thematic aspects or themes and issues of a play, a story or a poem. So here we are in the thematic aspects of the play, The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. Number 1, I have mentioned memory. The memory of the narrator. Tom Wingfield, is all over the play of Tennessee Williams. You find the memory, you find the story of the Glass Menagerie through the memory of the narrator Tom Wingfield. So the memory plays a major role and it is a theme in the story of the Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. And the second one, escapism. Escapism is related to many characters in the story. We have 5 characters in the story. I'll remind you. First character, Tom Wingfield, the main character, protagonist, the narrator of this story. Second character, Amanda Wingfield, mother of Tom Wingfield. Laura Wingfield, who is the sister of Tom Wingfield. And fourth, we have Mr. Wingfield, who is not physically present in the story. And the 5th character, Jim O'Connor. So, the theme of escapism. Escape. How these characters, they tend to escape from the struggles in their lives. They have different problems in their life, the problematic situations, how they escape. Think about the story which I brought to you. How Tom escaped at the end of the play. In the scene 7 you find Tom abandons the family and he escapes. Before that you found when he was with the family, the method he used to escape was art and literature, movies. He went to movies, he explains a lot, he talks to Laura about the movie after coming back home in the midnight. He explains, he's so happy, he's explaining to Laura how wonderful the time in the movie theaters. He explained it. So that was the method used by Tom to escape from his struggle in his life. And okay, going to the second character, Amanda Wingfield. Does she escape? A bit of. She tries to escape. She goes to an organization and she tries to spend her time there with some other people in the society, but not like Tom. She resists the situation somehow or the other. Without the husband, she is with the son and the daughter. But there is another point that I have to tell you. She recollects her past memories. She tells her 2 children about her past, about the lovely memories. Again we are going to the memory, the first thematic aspect. I must tell you, all these 4 themes are interconnected. They are interconnected. Even though I'm taking isolated themes, they are interconnected. So the method the mother Amanda Wingfield uses to escape is her past memories, the lovely memories she had with the gentleman callers. So that's it. And the third one, very important character, Laura Wingfield, who is directly connected to the topic of the play, the glass menagerie. The method of escapism is the glass menagerie. She uses the glass menagerie to escape from the world that she faces. She is shy and she is nervous, but she is very comfortable with the glass menagerie. So that was the escapism of Laura Wingfield. And Mr. Wingfield, who is not physically available in the story, oh my God, you can understand, he has already escaped. He's directly connected. Escapism. He has found his own world in a different place, away from the family, away from the love of the wife and the children. That is the escapism of life of Mr. Wingfield, the father in the play. And Jim O'Connor, the fifth character. Jim O'Connor, he copes up the situation. He does not try to escape. So these are the different people even that you find in the society. When you are seated in a classroom, you will find out number of friends and they are different, like the 5 fingers. But still you want all of them. Right, going to the next thematic aspect, emptiness of life. We also feel sometimes, oh, my life is empty. So in the play of Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams, he brings out this topic of emptiness of life. Tom Wingfield, a young energetic man, he finds out that there is an emptiness in his life. He's not happy. There is a kind of a vacuum, an empty space in the life. So he needs to feel it in order to be happy. So emptiness of life is brought through the main character, the narrator of the story, Tom Wingfield, in a beautiful manner. Not only that, the other characters such as Amanda Wingfield, Laura Wingfield, Mr. Wingfield. Think about their characters and do they have emptinesses in their lives? And the fourth theme, inability to cope up with dilemmas. Inability to cope up with dilemmas. Even we have such scenarios where we find, oh my God, how to answer this question, how I'm going to cope up with this. I have this kind of an inferiority. I cannot do it, I'm not that smart. So inability to cope up with dilemmas, that is with Laura Wingfield. She was sad, she was worried because she was a crippled. So she could not face the society with that. When she sees the other beautiful young girls walking with beautiful attires, she was so sad. Inability to cope up with dilemmas. Yes, so thematic aspects go like that, and I must tell you, thematic aspects, children they tend to question me, teacher, what are the thematic aspects we have in this? Don't worry, think about the story. Think about the questions, think about the situations in the story, step by step. And you yourself, if you have understood the story properly, if you have understood the scenes properly, and you have looked into the characters in depth, you will understand the thematic aspects, themes and issues in the story. Not only these four, some other themes and issues might come into your head. They are also accepted. Your ideas, your views, point of views are accepted in our English literature. That is the meaning of literature, the beauty of thinking. Right. Going to the next part. Techniques, literary techniques, technical aspect of our drama, The Glass Menagerie by Tennessee Williams. First one, it's a memory play. Actually, this word a memory play is brought to us, coined by Tennessee Williams. He's the one who brought this term, memory play. He brings the story through his memory, and the nice thing is that he is also a part of the story. So, the genre of this drama is a memory play. That is a technique. And look at the second point, music. You must watch the drama. You will hear beautiful different sounds used here and there. For example, I will take this Ave Maria hymn. Ave Maria hymn is played at one instance where Amanda Winfield, the mother's character, is revealed to the audience. The audience feels the emotions of the character Amanda Winfield, the mother. The audience tends to feel the emotional setup of this lady. So actually this technique of music used by Tennessee Williams is very helpful in beautifying the whole drama, and it is very effective. Not only this, there are other pieces of music used by the playwright at the most suitable position. Right. The next technique, this is very important, symbols. There are a number of symbols used by Tennessee Williams in this play. Symbols, motifs. When you look at the drama, you see different objects, different words repeated, and they are symbols which symbolize a meaning, which brings you more meaning, which emphasizes the themes of the story. So the first one is the glass menagerie, which is the topic of the play. Glass menagerie, I hope you understand by now. Glass menagerie, it symbolizes, what is a glass menagerie? You know by now what a glass menagerie is. Glass, some animals made out with glass. So you know if it is glass, they are fragile, they are transparent, and they are beautiful. So actually this glass menagerie represent the life of Laura Wingfield. Not only Laura Wingfield, when we think of the society, Laura Wingfield is a differently abled, slightly crippled. So she uses the glass menagerie in order to distract herself. She spends the time with this glass menagerie, and she is happy with it. She communicates with the glass menagerie. And the glass menagerie reveals to you, symbolizes the character of Laura Wingfield, where you find Laura Wingfield is also fragile. She is also transparent. She's a transparent character. And she's beautiful as well. Right. Moving to the next symbol, Mr. Wingfield's portrait. Mr. Wingfield's portrait, which is always present there on the wall, it is a symbol. The father figure, Mr. Wingfield, is not physically present in the play until from the beginning till the end of the play is not visible, but the portrait is there and it is a symbol. Whereas the mother still loves this man, even though the father has abandoned the family, mother still loves this, respects this man. So she keeps the portrait there. The distance, she still has the memories that she had with this Mr. Wingfield, the father. Moving to the third symbol, glass unicorn. This glass unicorn belongs to the glass menagerie. We find that glass unicorn, if you watch the drama, you will see in the last scene, the seventh scene, the glass unicorn breaks. The glass unicorn breaks. But still, even though the glass unicorn breaks, Laura Wingfield does not shed a tear at least. She does not shed a tear at least. She loves the glass menagerie, and the glass unicorn is the favorite. Glass menagerie is in the glass menagerie. Glass unicorn is the favorite one in the glass menagerie for Laura. And again, the glass unicorn symbolizes Laura's character, where she finds out a unicorn is not a realistic animal. So she has her own fantasy, a fantasy world with this glass menagerie, including the glass unicorn. So that's why she, in the glass menagerie, the unicorn is there, and some other horses are there, and some animals are there. But the unicorn is happy with the other horses. So you think Laura Wingfield's character is again brought out with this glass unicorn. Going to the fourth symbol, blue roses. Blue roses term is used to again Laura Wingfield. That is used by Jim O'Connor to Laura Wingfield. That takes place in high school where they were studying together. Blue roses. Have you seen blue roses? I don't think blue roses, yeah, might be, pictures are available in the internet. But blue roses are also not realistic. But they are very beautiful. Again, it talks about the character Laura Wingfield. And the last one, fire escape. At the beginning, in the first part of my lesson, you saw, I think you remember, there were two pictures, a picture of a stairway fixed to an apartment wall, and there was a picture of a living room. There you find the fire escape with the stairway. And when you watch the drama, you will see the narrator Tom Wingfield, he brings to you the description, the opening description, being in the fire escape. And we find Tom Wingfield is always there at the fire escape. What is a fire escape? It's an emergency escape. In an apartment, there is an emergency escape. So this fire escape brings to you the theme again, escapism. Escapism theme is brought to you, and it is symbolized by this fire escape. The family is in fire. It's like the family is in fire and they want to escape through this. They are not physically burning, but the mentality, it's burning inside. They have different struggles going on. So the fire escape symbolizes the struggles that they undergo. Each and every character, and specifically the main character, Tom Wingfield. Okay, we are moving to the next part. Okay, questions. I have brought to you two questions. First question from last year's A-level model paper, 2019. Right, let me read the question to you. Tanissa Williams' use of symbols and motifs in the play add precision and meaning to the characters and their concerns. Inverted. Analyze with reference to the glass menagerie. Use of symbols. Use of symbols. Use of symbols and motifs in the play. In the very recent slide I brought to you the symbols and the importance of them. So in the question in the A-level model paper you find Tennessee Williams' use of symbols and motifs in the play add precision and meaning to the characters. I brought to you the connection with the symbols and the characters and their concerns. So all what you need to do is analyze with reference to the glass menagerie. You have to attempt this question. Just reading the question is not enough. You have to attempt the question. Right. I'm moving to the next question. A-level past paper 2019 question from the drama The Glass Menagerie. Reality is often disappointing, but it is sometimes difficult to accept. Reality is often disappointing, but it is sometimes difficult to accept. It is also often impossible to escape from reality. The same thing described. In light of this statement, discuss the depiction of reality and its hold on the characters in Tennessee Williams' The Glass Menagerie. This is the last day's question. This question will not be repeated, but still you need to practice. In literature, you need to practice writing answers. So, the reality is often disappointing, it's true. And in the story you find out many examples to prove that. So, taking the characters, relating it to the disappointing reality that they faced, you can answer the question, a discussing question. You can attempt this question as well. So those are the two questions I have at this moment. Right. Here I have added the link of the drama, which is actually a movie. It is in a form of a movie. You don't find the detailed kind of setups and all, but still I recommend you to watch this link of Tennessee Williams' drama, The Glass Menagerie. Okay, so this is the end of today's lesson of The Glass Menagerie. And I must tell you, you are most welcome to raise questions in the comment section below. And you're most welcome to do that. So I'll meet you in the next video, in the next session of mine. Have a nice day. Stay safe. Thank you.